My fault they groped me? This past weekend I was at a bar with my guy friend. Let's call him John. We were drinking with some people, and at one point this pretty drunk man who was talking to us started touching my leg. I swatted his hand off. He did it again. Swatted again. Then this time he kinda lunged at me in grab, hug way. The bartender saw the interaction and immediately kicked the man out of the bar. Later this other guy who we weren't even talking to, but John saw him looking our way, decided to come over and grab my waist from behind. The group we were with all told him to back off. Let me add one more scenario from a different day where this guy that John chats with at the bar frequently decided to get quite handsy with me. He stood too close and kept hugging me, clearly trying to cop a feel of my breasts. Another man noticed I was quite uncomfortable and started lecturing this groper on consent. Now my friend John remembers these situations a little differently than me. He gets pretty drunk and wasn't paying attention, but he had the audacity to say, "You need to watch how you're talking to these guys. I know you're friendly, but they think you're flirting. That's why you keep getting groped." Quote, "Not cool. I can only think to do one thing, and that's to stop going to bars with John. I don't know what advice I'm looking for here. I just don't really want to talk to anyone at bars now. Some friend he is. If my female friend was being touched when she didn't want to, I'd probably get violent with whoever is touching without consent. Especially if my drunk I know if a guy tried grabbing my female friend when she told him to stop, I'd flip out real quick. You should go to a bar with someone who you know is gonna have your back, sober or not. It is definitely not your fault. And it sounds like John is one to victim blame. It doesn't matter if you are flirting or just being friendly. Unwanted touching is unwanted touching. Edit. I would like to add that a lot of women where I live, small uni town, go to our local gay bar because of this exact thing. It is, from what I have heard, a very safe space for all. These are the types of guys you don't want to be friends with. A. You need better friends. B. You need to hang out in a better bar. C. They sell stun guns on Amazon. Stop going to bars with John because 1. He won't protect you or stand up for you in those situations. 2. He is those guys at bars, which is why he's blaming you. Never let someone blame you for being groped. Being kind and polite while talking is never an invitation for someone to grope you. So don't blame yourself. John's mentality is what is enabling these kinds of interactions to keep happening. And he won't be there to help you. Now my friend John remembers these situations a little differently than me. He gets pretty drunk and wasn't paying attention, but he had the audacity to say, "You need to watch how you're talking to these guys. I know you're friendly, but they think you're flirting. That's why you keep getting groped." Quote, comma. Your friend John probably gropes a lot of women without their consent. Your friend John has probably groped you. Speak up when someone does something without your consent. Hey, get your hands off me and don't touch me, usually does the trick. John definitely does not seem like any friend I would want or would want my friends to associate with. Especially the pulling on your pants and commenting on your cleavage. Shit's weird emo. It really sucks that these shitty interactions have taken you out of wanting to meet new people at bars. Which definitely makes sense. I guess the only advice I would give is if you want to go to bars, go with other friends you feel safe, comfortable with, and have a sort of signal that lets them know if you're uncomfortable with a situation. You know what to do. Quit going to bars with John. I completely agree with you. Stop going to bars with John. He's not going to protect you. He's going to blame and shame you. That's not a friend. Talking to guys, even in a friendly way, is not consent to touch your body. That's great, the bartender and other concerned people helped you out. But your friend wasn't there for you. Find another bar. Find another friend. It is never your fault. It can never ever be your fault you got assaulted. It is never your fault if someone touches you in a way you don't like without consent. End of story. No, never. It doesn't matter who or what the situation is. It is never okay to touch someone without their consent. I'd say ditching John. Real friends should look out for each other, especially when y'all are drunk. If something worse happens and it's only John who witnessed it, he might pull the same shit. Find a group of girls or LGBT plus PPL they could have her back. Talk to people at bars. Stop talking to John. He's not a friend. If he's grabbing you without consent, he's got an agenda too. Not your fault they groped you. They have impulse control issues. Your friend John sounds like a prick. When alcohol is involved, a lot of people will lose their inhibitions and self-control. This does not excuse their actions, but is merely a fact. You have to find a way to navigate that. Bring someone who is not like John and will not allow those fucks to approach you. Do not go to the bars. Or accept that some people are absolute shit and will grope you even if you say no. One last time. Ain't your fault. Even if you were flirting, that doesn't give them an okay to grab up on you. PPL need to have verbal consent from you before they grab on you. Your friend should also know that shit. Consent is a must in every situation. OMG. Please stop talking to John altogether. He's not a friend. He endabgers you and victim blames you. If he were a friend, he'd protect you from predators. Instead, he's using you and lures predators in your vicinity. Be safe and ditch him. I am disgusted. Yeah, that's not a friend.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.